This one is hit into the opposite field, and it is going to get off of the glove of Funk, and it is a leadoff base hit for the Who's. O'Farrell gets on base. As the 1-2 is hit high into left, and that's going to pop off of the wall, and O'Farrell is going to race around third. He's on his way home, and he gets there. An RBI double for Anthony Stefan, and the Who's strike first in Pittsburgh. The Panthers, as this is actually going to get into right as Soki gets on the board with runners on the corners for the Cavaliers. A tough start, Matt, for Ryan. The 1-2 is swung on into the opposite field, and Funk is going to make the catch as Stefan is going to tag up. Here's the throw, and it gets off of the glove of Melendez, and Stefan is safe, and it's a 2-0. He's going to get caught in a rundown as the tag is applied, and Mr. Soki is out with the anticipated teams that went to Omaha last year, and that is a called strike 3 for Harrison Dix. Henry Ford over at first, and here's a liner up the middle, and that is how the Panthers get on the board with their first base hit. Popa off the second, and Funk with a single.
Yeah, great piece of hit. He's going to force the pitcher to make mistakes.
This one is towering over to left towards the wall, and that is off of the corner. That's a fair ball. Popa scores, and the lead is cut in half for the Who's. Canwell with a big double. Bases loaded, hits him.
It came 2-0. It might have been a breaking ball that just never got out front. That McKay wasn't.
And he strikes out looking instead.
Yeah, a breaking ball almost probably shocked him. Great pitch. That's the breaking ball. That strikeout right there. That's the breaking ball that I think that Bishop.
3 strikeouts in a row for Colin McKay in the. This one is into the opposite field, and that will fall for a leadoff base hit for Godbout. Back-to-back leadoff singles for the Cavaliers to start this ball game. O'Farrell had one in the first, and now this one is hit high to the opposite field. Funk looking for it at the wall, and he can't come up with the catch. Godbout is on his way to third. They're waving him home. And Ferentz is going to get into third with a triple throw to the plate, is not in time. Wow, what a swing for Jacob Ferentz, going all the way to third.
That's a good pitch.
And Melendez, makes the catch for the first out to keep Ferentz. He comes
in Charlottesville.
He comes from a baseball family.
Tough play.
As they're going to try to get the throw back to home, tag not in time. And Ferentz gets home. Melendez just a little too late. Howard into right center. Papa and Funk both going for the catch, and that is Popa making it for the second out in the inning. He doesn't get one there, and it's a walk.
Good job, Zach. Good job.
Elevated. I might be trying to go for the punch out right there.
And that's in the left for a base hit. Here comes Becker, the score, as they try to make the play at second, as Stefan is safe at second. A walk given up by Andrade, and Virginia with the bases loaded for the first time in this one.
Good chances to get to Omaha.
And that's a fair ball. That's going to bring around a few runs for Virginia. 1 run scores. Here comes 2 as 2 come around for Virginia. Stefan and Soki, and more runners cross.
Field, it's a lot harder to execute at times.
And now they get off. Much needed. Does on the payoff. Strikeout looking, and Zuckerman can't believe it. He thought he had the free. That one pops off of the glove of Ferentz, and Kendro takes advantage of it. He heads the second.
What I was going to say is those midweeks can be interesting.
The team to win the College World Series, and that gets off of the glove of Ferentz. And just like that, Kendro gets to third, and it's a full count for Popa. Payoff. And And that is going to get down deep into the gap for a base hit, and Kendro is going to touch home, and Popa is on his way to second. He's going to go for third, and he's going to slide in there with an RBI triple.
Dom Popa continues a great start to his season now, coming into the game hitting .351.
Jacob Ferentz will begin the inning, and here's a high fly ball. Popa looking for it at dead center, and he can forget about that one. It is a leadoff homer for Jacob Ferentz, and it's 8-2 Virginia. Ferentz wasting no time swinging on the first pitch, getting that right into the fairway and center. Swings, and no one was around third. That's a base hit. As the shift was on, as Zuckerman was playing at that shortstop position, and he cannot come up with the catch, and called strike three. And this one is jammed to left center. That's going to get into the gap, and Anderson is on his way to third. He's going to be on his way home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's going to be close, and Anderson is safe. Melendez missing the tag at home.
Contending lineup.
There goes the runner down the second, the throw, and
They may have called a balk.
losing in 2014 to Vanderbilt, and then they get the revenge on them in the next year, winning the College World Series in 2015. Oh, and the ball gets away from Ferentz. Hit in the third as he's going to square up the bunt. Right back to the pitcher. Throw the first. Oh, that gets offline. Cantwell can't come up with the catch. And Didowick is on his way to second. He slides in there. A miscue to start the fourth for the Panthers. And just like that. And on his first batter, he gets a strikeout. It's a K.
There we go.
He
Very nice pitch
struck
for
him out. Game out of that series the last time they played. Virginia winning 8-5. And Zuckerman. Strikeout looking. And it's another K.
Got out off the field. As we see there, another strikeout for McKay.
Was able to reach with an E1, as that one is on a line and into left, and who's changed that with a leadoff single for Eric Becker. As the Farrell 2 for 3. There goes Becker. Throw down as he slides in, and a nice run as that gets in the center, but it is going to go back to the in the center, a base hit. Here comes Becker, the score. Throw right back to the mound, and not at home. And it's 11-2 Virginia. That's different when you're only playing 12 games compared to 50. They might be able to turn two here. The second for one. Throw the first, and what a double play for the Panthers.
Yeah, absolute college baseball.
This one's sent into the opposite field. Funk looking for it in right, and he can't find it because it's gone. Henry Ford knocking the two-run shot with 2 outs. And Virginia does move into that mercy rule position as they are ahead by 11.
Yeah, I talked about it right there, where the ball at Charles L. Cost Field, it just seems to drift out to right. We see a lot of those balls were off the bat. You're like, oh.
Hours earlier. And a swing and a miss after Cantwell thought that he had to walk the first. He strike. Called strike 3.
And a few steps forward in your career. And so it's something that he's going to have to do going in.
A pitcher, you never want to give up home runs, but it seems it's bound to happen, as here's a drive into left. And speaking of home runs, the Who's now with 3 on the day. Jacob Ferentz with his second of this ball game, and it is 14-2 with Virginia in complete command of this one over the Panthers.
Yeah, and that one's a moonshot, right? That ball was probably as high as it was far. Impressive.
On the ground, Ford might be able to turn 2. It goes back, and it is a double play with Hungate getting Fogle out of the many benefits of having turf. And here's a drive for Farrell out towards left center. Going back, and it's off of the wall. Farrell keeps it in the park, but he will have a stand-up double. And what a way for Fogle to come into the game. He's the new left fielder.
Umpire's job is to make sure that they're filtering in fresh baseballs when they can, as often as they can, to keep baseball. Hey, shoot, you're gonna deal with it all the time.
Here's a hit into the opposite field, and O'Farrell is on his way home. The throw, it's going to be late. They don't even get it back to Pisacreta, as a RBI is in order for season alone, but it seems more than ever they're not going to need one here, as Didowick sends that one, and it is crushed into right, and a 3-run shot for Virginia as the home run parade continues for the Cavaliers here in Pittsburgh.
Didowick. That ball was absolutely smashed on the other side of the street out there in right field. I talk about the ball drifting out to right field a couple of times.
Swing and a miss. And that's okay.
Good pitch. Candelar.
2-2. On a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts there for. It was in one of their games against Wake Forest. Ground ball they might be able to turn to. Here's the throw, and they do get the 2. The second double play in this ball game for the Hoos as Popa grounds out.